This is the Disney Podcast with all-knowing Allie and barely knowing Phil. On today's episode, our Alpha 001, you get to hear about the Disney dining plan, the Dwarven Mine Train in Magic Kingdom, the Harambe Magical Nights in Animal Kingdom, and other interesting or not so interesting Disney prattle. Here we go!
So I've got some big news.
So what did you learn this week in the world of Disney?
They've just announced free dining for 2014 for dates in August, October, November, and December. So basically, all the people that book rooms are not going to be paying for their food, which is pretty awesome.
Okay, and we need to introduce ourselves, I realize. You are all-knowing Allie,
Yep.
and I am mildly interested mate. Call me Phil.
You're not going to be a mate for long if you stay mildly interested.
Okay. And back to the show. So, people get a dining plan, what?
When people book rooms on property, they get their dining for free.
Ah, when is this happening?
August, October, November, and December. Select dates.
Very nice. And how do we know it's true and you're not just making it up?
Well, first of all, they do it every year, ever since September 11th. And second of all, it is on every Disney blog that there is.
Cool. So what is the food plan like? Let's just pretend that maybe I don't know what the food plan is or forgot from the last time I used it.
I don't think you're pretending. I don't think you know what the food plan is, although you've utilized it many a time.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. So what do I get for a food plan? I booked a room. What can I expect?
All right. So if you book a room at a value resort, which is like Pop, which is All Stars, you get the quick service dining for free. Quick service dining gives you 2 quick service meals a day, which is an entree or combo meal, dessert at lunch or dinner, and a non-alcoholic beverage. And then 1 snack per day and 1 resort refillable drink mug per person. And that is only good at the resort that you're staying at. We are not getting into that whole debate.
Okay, so let me recap. So the dining plan's only good at the resort that you stay at. So
No, that's not what I said at all.
That's what I heard. So
So you are only mildly interested. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, so the refillable cup is only at the resort you're staying at.
Yes, you cannot bring that refillable cup and bring it to the parks and think that you're going to get all your drinks for free all day.
I see. Okay, thanks for explaining that. Cool.
Now, of course, if you're staying in one of the moderates or one of the deluxe resorts, you get a higher meal plan. You'd get 1 table service meal per day, 1 quick service meal per day, 1 snack per day, and then 1 of the resort mugs. So you get that table service meal where someone will wait on you, as should occur when you are on vacation.
Very nice.
You can also pay a little bit extra if you're staying at a value resort and bump yourself up to the higher plan if you choose.
Oh, how much? So how much does that cost? How much does the basic one and how much does the advanced one cost if I'm staying at a value resort?
Okay, well, if you were staying at a value resort, you could bump up the cost. You would pay the difference between the cost of the quick service dining plan and the standard dining plan. So whatever the difference is between that, that's what you'd pay extra.
Even on Disney's site, they don't tell you. They don't quote
No,
money.
it's right here. Okay, it's $39.64 per person per night for the quick service plan. If you get the standard plan, it costs $58.66. So you need to take the $58.66, take the cost of the quick service out of it, and that difference is what you would pay.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Nice. That way, when the kids want to order whatever they want, and I want to go to this restaurant, blah blah blah, you say, no, we have a dining plan, so that can't happen.
What do you mean? Why can't they go to the restaurants they want to go to?
Oh, so the dining plan, you can go to restaurants you want to go to?
Yeah, yes.
And there you have it. All right, what else?
Do you know how many times you have gone to Disney on the Disney dining plan? Off the top of my head, I can say at least 5. And you never understood what was happening or occurring. So you're telling me I was driving the bus the entire time?
You know how I put on my vacation necklace? It's when I'm on vacation. And I take vacation in bodily, mental, and spiritual ways. So I'm just like, whichever way the wind blows is where I go when I'm on Disney property.
The only reason you're able to do that on Disney properties because I've done all the work ahead of time, including making the dining reservations 180 days out. Because if you don't make them 180 days out, you don't get to eat at the restaurants that you want to eat at. So those poor kids that you were just talking about that want to eat somewhere, their parents have to make sure and make those reservations 180 days out.
But that's why I'm with you. Thank you. This is great. It's good info for those people who are doing that planning. All right, so what else have you learned this week in Disney?
Well, Disney is renovating the Polynesian Hotel and they are turning its name back to its original name, the 1970s name, the
Coconuts?
Disney
Oh,
the Disney Polynesian Village Resort. And they are bringing from California the popular watering hole Trader Sam's over, which is kind of a combination between a tiki lounge and the Adventurers Club. So I have a feeling that quite a few items from the Adventurers Club are going to find their way over to the Polynesian Hotel.
ooh, are there going to be rising and lowering bar stools?
That only happens to you, honey, when you're very, very drunk.
Is there going to be the Congoloosh British explorer guy?
I didn't say they're bringing over the Adventurers Club. I said they're bringing over items from the Adventurers Club.
You think like tiki room birds and those cool masks that go humba 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 will be
I
there?
would be very surprised if they did not bring the masks over. Although I know a dirty little secret of Disney is the fact that there are quite a few events that happen in the Adventurers Club. People rent it out privately, groups rent it out. So it might be that they leave some of those feature items in there to utilize for those kind of events. But unfortunately, I have not been invited to anything like that.
Cool. So when is this Polynesian change happening, or is it happening right now?
Yeah, renovations are already taking place. It's kind of in combination with the DVC resort rooms that are being built there.
Ah, and this watering hole. So that's bar. I mean, any more descriptions of what kind of drinks, or does it have a water view? Is it in the inside the main lobby
It's
building?
gonna it's gonna be inside the main lobby. I don't know where exactly, but it's gonna be there. And if it's anything like the one in California, it has very unique drinks that are in unique cups that are specific to the drink itself. So there's an opportunity to purchase those cups, and then it's a lot of small plates, things like tiki wings and fried green beans dipped in cool, yummy sauces, that kind of stuff.
Nice. Will there be any light up cups that
I
glow?
I am sure that there will be some light up cups. I'm sure there'll be some light up ice cubes. It seems like no drink in Disney can exist without light up ice cubes.
Well, if heavy theming's involved, little grass skirts and coconut bikini tops have anything to do with this bar, I'm in.
Ah, but are you willing to part with a few bucks to join DVC?
Let's not go there. Luckily, we have your brother for that. All right. What else did you learn this week?
Well, what did you learn this week?
Oh well, you just had the site up. I glanced over at your screen about the Harambe Animal Kingdom evening event. That sounded pretty cool. You pay like a big fee and you get all the access to all these cool activities. It goes pretty late at night. Maybe you could elaborate on that one.
Harambe Nights is going to be a special ticket event at Disney's Animal Kingdom. There's going to be a few different packages that give you different access to the show that's going to be occurring. It's the price for regular seats is going to be $119 for adults, and for premium seats it's going to be $134 for adults. Frankly, I don't think it sounds like anything that kids would really want to go to, but there are prices for kids.
Well, if there's another couple like us that don't have kids, what are they going to get out of that? I heard a rumor of some special dessert bar underneath the giant tree in Animal Kingdom Park. Well, while you're looking that up, another thing I'm interested in is we're going to be there for one of the Star Wars weekends, September 16th ish. And I know that there's that new dwarf mine train in Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom. And I think they're giving the media a sneak peek, maybe just before we're there, like around the 15th or so. I could be wrong.
You
So,
are wrong.
well, anyway, I'm hopeful that maybe we'll be able to get in and ride the thing.
I guess anything's possible.
Oh no, 50th anniversary of the little annoying kids and that water ride.
What are you talking about?
It's a small world after.
Philip, you wouldn't even have Disney if it wasn't for It's a Small World.
Well, oh no. Disney parks around the world celebrate 50th anniversary of It's a Small World with global sing-along on April 10th. Wait, did I say April 10th?
Yeah, it says April 10th. You're way behind on this.
Oh, thank God. Just looked at the calendar. It's May 3rd, so avoided.
Well, at least it's not drum corps.
Oh, low blow.
Okay, so what's going to happen is for about 1,000 guests every Saturday night, appetizers, beer, and wine will be served before the show from 7 to 7:30. It will include a theatrical show in the new Harambe Theater. The rest of the park will not be open. That show is going to be from 7:30 to 8:25. The show is around 55 minutes and will include a never-before-seen experience that celebrates the story of the Lion King. There will be celebrity narrators, although I've seen the list for the narrators and they don't seem very celebrity to me, but performers, guest interaction, music, dancing, humor, and much more. After the show, there's going to be the Harambe Night Street Party. They will have music, more food, more drinks. That's going to go from like 8:30 to 10 o'clock. African bands, DJs. There's going to be special light and different effects that fill the street of Harambe. Exclusive Lion King merchandise will be sold, and guests will be able to see entertainers roaming around with Disney characters also. The Kiss Goodnight will happen between 10 and 10:30. At the end of the event, guests will gather under the Tree of Life for desserts and cordials to wish the starlit night a good night. So that's why I just don't think it sounds like something kids would really enjoy, because it's going to definitely be a lot of eating and drinking.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of guest narrators you mentioned, and the first one's on June 7th, Viola Davis. And that means nothing to me, actually. So, let's see. June 14th is TBD, Montego Glover, David Allen Greer. Is that the guy on Cosmos?
No, David Allen Greer is the guy that was in my most favorite movie, Return to Me.
Which guy was he?
He was his best friend, worked at the, or he's the guy who worked at the zoo with his wife that had died. Anyways. So, have you learned anything this week?
Yes, I apparently I relearned about how the Disney dining plan works with some idea of cost, and that I think it's a good deal myself, because then it's pretty stressful to try to find places to eat. So if you have a dining plan, you don't have that stress anymore. All you have to do is pick where you want to eat.
Well, but I think the concept you're not understanding is everyone who's staying on property has to book their meals 180 days out. So if you don't make your ADRs 180 days out, there's no guarantee you're going to get into the restaurant you want.
Not even if you bribe the guy at the door like $20.
Yeah, not even then. So this is just a matter of you're not paying for the meal. You're paying for your room and you're getting the meal for free.
Okay, back to my recap of what I learned. So I learned more about the dining plan. I've learned there's a possibility that the Dwarven Mine Train at Magic Kingdom might be open perhaps in a special preview, since they're opening up to the media around the time we're going mid-May. I learned there's some Harambe Nights event that does cost extra money, but at the Animal Kingdom Park that does maybe sound cool.
But that's in June. So unless you're planning on taking your wife back to Disney in June, that Harambe Night starts in June, so we won't be there. Unless you have a secret trip planned that I don't know about.
Tis a pity. And let's see, I feel like I learned something else. What did I miss?
Well, just about Trader Sam's at the Polynesian Village Resort. But what did you learn today, or learn this week, Phil, that interests you?
The Malaysian Airlines 370. Oh, we'll save that for another podcast. Okay, everybody. Hopefully we do this again. Have a great day. Stay magical.
Don't be a dumbass.